Hello everyone, and welcome back to another mid-season anime review. I am the Rat, and this is The Rat's Nest. It's that time of the season again, everyone. That's right, we're back, middle of it, and I've been watching one or two shows. I did this last season, just kind of on a whim, because there were some shows I wanted to talk about, and this season I was like, yeah, let's run it back, right? Let's say what I've been watching and kind of, give a thought or two about it. So the way this video is structured, I got about 8 series that I've been watching. I know it's a lot. It's a lot more than I normally watch in a season. I've had more time, it being the summer and all. We'll be talking about all of them. Spoilers for through roughly episode 6 of all of them. That's about where I'm at with all of them, with a couple exceptions. Spoilers there, I won't give spoilers, even if I have. So, like, for example, Mushoku Tensei, I've read all of Mushoku Tensei. I won't be going into spoilers. I'll just be talking about my general thoughts on what's been shown in the anime, that kind of thing, in all of them. And if there's one that you're not interested in or you don't want spoilers in, there should be chapters on this video. You can skip forward, go through, go back, whatever, that kind of thing, so you can see my thoughts on each one, if you so please. So, without further ado, let's just get into the first anime that I'll be talking about, and that is none other than Mushoku Tensei. Now, I am a big fan of Mushoku Tensei. If you're new to the channel, I do a weekly Mushoku Tensei episode reviews with my friend Kyle, and that has been an absolute blast. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Mushoku Tensei is also my top 1 series of all time. I'm a big fan of it, right? And I wanted to put it first, just to, kind of talk about it, because I enjoy talking about it, and also because I have the episode reviews, so you can see my thoughts on each specific episode if you're so interested. But as a general overview of it, I've really enjoyed this adaptation and everything that's been in it. The first bit with Volume 7 content was really good, getting to see Rudeus as an adventurer and kind of his life between, Eris leaving him and then coming in to the school arc with the erectile dysfunction arc, right? The funny. But I really enjoyed the adaptation. Maybe it was a little bit fast at some points in the first 3 episodes. But since we've gotten to school and into the school/erectile dysfunction arc, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. We're slowing down, we're taking our time, and I really enjoy that because I love these characters. I love getting to see them more. I love getting to see the settings. Just the animation itself, extremely cool, extremely great. I've really enjoyed getting to see all the settings and everything to do with the school and preschool and everything too. Just getting to see everything. I've been super happy with the adaptation, and it's been really awesome to see everything with it, and just to watch more Mushoku Tensei, right? That's a pretty general view of the anime. But if you're interested in more of my specific thoughts and me talking about it with my friend Kyle, who's watching it for the first time, be sure to check out our episode reviews. We got them for all episodes are out, right? Next anime on the chopping block is none other than Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead. I think that's the full title of it. As of the time of recording, I've actually only watched the first 4 episodes because there was the week break, and then episode 5 come out. I actually haven't gotten around to watching episode 5 yet, which I need to do. But I've only seen the first 4 episodes, but I have thoroughly enjoyed this series. I think that it strikes an awesome blend between, like, the comedic elements and, the inherent absurdity of it, of, someone in the middle of a zombie apocalypse doing all that, like being like, oh, I'm going to live my best life now. But, it's inherently comical with that. But it mixes, like, the feeling of a zombie apocalypse and the really serious moments. It mixes them really well. Whenever it wants you to feel something, you're going to be feeling something, and that is that is extremely impressive. Whenever you can go from the comedic tone that I think it often goes for, to those serious moments and to some darker moments, that kind of thing, and to be able to handle all those moments, not just with the comedy and really focusing on that, but really digging deep into these characters and their motivations and that kind of thing, and the settings and the side characters that we meet and the situations they all find themselves in. It's really good. It blends both of them pretty seamlessly. I think that with shows like this that kind of try to have like that half and half, like, oh, you know, it's a ha funny, but we get serious sometimes. I think a lot of times those shows can end up feeling like confused with the tone, and just kind of inconsistent in like what exactly are you going for. But with Zom 100, I mean, it blends this pretty seamlessly, and you know, it's like, you know, the inherent ridiculousness of, oh, you know, let's go out and wine and dine with some flight attendants, right? That's an inherently funny concept, and they just so happen to get into a room with flight attendants. Like that's funny, and the way that's presented. But then also later that same episode, have the main character have a genuine heart-to-heart with one of them, talking about dreams and why she did what she's doing. Obviously, the main character's big thing being, what is my dream? Trying to rediscover what he wants to do. And having a very genuine discussion with her about why were you a flight attendant? You know, why was that your dream? And then the genuine sadness and terror whenever she dies, and the genuineness of her character to, you know, be real about what her dream was. You know, she was helped out by that flight attendant when she was little, and just the blending of the comedy and the seriousness, like I've said, is just top tier. I mean, it's some of the best that I've seen. I mean, you know, it's done so well. The animation obviously is phenomenal. I love the use of colors. The characters are extremely fun. But I mean, it's been a very, very enjoyable show, and I'm very much looking forward to watching more of it. And it's been pretty popular, so it'll probably get more, which I'm happy about. I think that it definitely deserves it. I'm looking forward to meeting the rest of the cast formally and getting the whole little main group together and just seeing what kind of antics they get on about, and kind of where the series goes from here. It's going to be very, very fun to see. Okay, so this next one is probably going to be my most controversial take of the video, and that is none other than Baki Hanma Pickle arc. As of the time of recording, I've only watched half of it. I've seen through episode 7 and then some of episode 8. I have seen basically to the end of the Katsumi fight, right, against Pickle. And my thing with Baki is, I have been watching it because my friend Kyle, who's in a lot of videos on the Rat's Nest, he really enjoys Baki. Like, it's one of his personal top 10s. He loves it. We got into it because before this season of Mushoku Tensei started, I was like, do you want to rewatch it? He's like, yeah, sure, we can watch Baki at the same time. So it's kind of like a series. We'll do that sometimes. We'll trade series. I watched Baki because of that, and then all that, just getting into it, just been watching it with him. You know, it's just, you know, fun to hang out with friends, right? But personally, I'm just not the biggest fan of Baki. It's not my kind of series, I guess. You know, it's entertaining, right? Like I was entertained today watching the first 7 episodes. I watched it today as of the time of recording. You know, like I said, I was solidly entertained by it. But it's just, I guess, just inherently, I don't know. I could record an entire video on my thoughts on Baki. But just talking about Pickle, I mean, it's been fun. It's been entertaining. I think that Pickle is, you know, a relatively interesting antagonist, right? A big old caveman coming through. I like the, you know, it's kind of similar to with the Prisoners arc, the first arc adapted with the anime that I've seen. You know, kind of similar to that, the whole thing there, which is like what makes a match versus a fight or a battle or whatever. You know, and kind of that, and then this being more of like, okay, you know, Pickle being just a freak of nature, just nature's perfect fighting specimen, who, you know, only eats, and, you know, and that kind of thing, where it's like, he beats you, he eats you, right? Retsu obviously losing a leg and Katsumi losing an arm. You know, it kind of ups the stakes a little bit, maybe more than they usually are in Baki. And so it's been interesting to see, and interesting to kind of see the mindsets of the fighters, to be like, you know, Retsu and Katsumi, to be like, yeah, if I lose, I'm willing to be eaten. You know, like that's the deal that I made with Pickle whenever I fought him. And kind of the mutual respect that goes into those fights with Pickle. It was interesting to watch, right? Like I could do an entire video on my opinion of Baki as a series. But that's a video for another time. Maybe I'd do that with Kyle. I don't know. But yeah, Pickle's been fun. I'll finish it with Kyle at some point. Next on the list is a series which I have no clue how many people are watching it. I haven't seen anything about it online, but also I haven't been really plugged in online. It is none other than Helck, which is one of two that I picked up just because I was like, this looks kind of interesting. I was just bored, and I saw the synopsis for episode 1, and I was like, you know what, sounds funny, right? Funny human participating in the tournament to be the Demon Lord. Funny antics ensue, right? The girl on the little key visual is cute. Yeah, sure, I'll check it out. Why not? And it's been a pretty fun ride, right? I don't have too much praise or whatever to or too many bad things to say about Helck. It's been a relatively solid series. There's some mystery there. There's some funny moments, right? Vermilio is a fun little protagonist, and Helck is a funny little dude, and his little antics are kind of funny to see all that he gets up to, and you got some mystery and some seriousness there. It's been a fun little watch. It's not a masterpiece of Vinny character writing, but it's not bad either. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time with Helck. I always watch the new episodes whenever they come out. Just kind of turn your brain off and enjoy some funny antics and some little mysteries, that kind of thing. It's been very entertaining, and that's will I ever get into the source material? Probably not, but I enjoy the time I spend watching it. So that's all you can ask for a series ultimately, right? If you enjoyed your time watching it, then it was worth it. And I've thoroughly enjoyed my time with Helck. So it's been a fun series. I'm looking forward to kind of the end and seeing where it goes. Right now we got Helck and Vermilio, and they're on the island, right? And so kind of seeing, where they go from there, and kind of what are the humans cooking, and when will Vermilio finally trust Helck? Probably never going to happen, but who knows? It'll be interesting to see what's revealed too of all the mystery. Maybe there'll be a big plot twist at the end of the season that makes me want to get into it and dig into it more. But for now, it's just a very solid series that I've thoroughly enjoyed my time with. Now, this next series is one that I don't know, because it's between this one and the next one is my trash fun award that I believe went to Kamikatsu last season, which I watched like half of and then never really watched more. But it is Level 1 Demon King and the One Room Hero, or whichever One Room Hero and Level 1 Demon King, whichever order it's in, right? This is another one I have no clue how many people are watching, and I picked up just because I was bored, and I was like, you know what? That synopsis sounds dumb enough for me, right? I was like, this seems like a show that I can turn my mind off and enjoy, and boy howdy, it is that. It's funny. The little characters are fun. The little, romance between the main character Max and the Demon King is fun, right? Yeah, funny antics. I will say, the bit of there's two bits that I love, and they might be connected. I don't know. One, in Max's original party, you got Max, you got the guy voiced by Kirito, you got Leo the Warrior, and then you got the girl who's like never been addressed once, and she's like in nowhere else except for like the flashbacks of the party. I think that's hilarious. I don't know if maybe she's the ghost, but it's the ghost that's in Max's closet that is only ever addressed by characters once, and it's Matsuoka, it's Kirito. That is hilarious. She's just there. She's just there in the background. No one acknowledges her. It's really good. It's really, really good. So I don't know if they ever will acknowledge her or not. I kind of hope they don't, because it's really funny. It's just her in the background. I really enjoy it. Yeah, I mean, this is a series. It doesn't take itself seriously at all. You have your story moments, but at the end of the day, it's a comedy. I feel like the series really knows what it is, and I thoroughly enjoy it. It doesn't have a big message to say. It's a, hey, do you want to watch a washed up hero get taken care of kind of by a level 1 Demon King, but he's still cool, and they go on little wacky antics together? It's like, yeah, sign me up. And it's like, all right, I got you, and then it delivers what it promises, right? This has just been a thoroughly enjoyable series, and I'm really looking forward to see the rest of. add it to the list of trashy, isekai light kind of stories that I've seen. But what can I say, right? What can I say? I'm not gonna claim that it's good. It is what it is, and that's why I enjoy it. This next one is the other contender for trash, the Good Trash Award. None other than the critically acclaimed Vending Machine Isekai. This has been a very fun watch. Obviously, the inherent premise is stupid, and it knows it. It very much so knows it, and that is awesome, right? And I think that it's been very solid through halfway through, right? Through episode 6 or wherever. I believe it's episode 6 that we're on. It's been very, very solid throughout it. Getting a lot of isekai, right? I've seen a lot of isekai. Isekai is quote unquote my favorite genre. I thoroughly enjoy isekai. I don't like isekai like Isekai Cheat Magician, right? There's got to be isekai that takes themselves whatever. I could make an entire video on my thoughts on isekai, right? Whatever. Coming into Vending Machine Isekai, I was like, I have to watch Vending Machine Isekai, right? It's the funny isekai that people mention whenever they talk about how far the genre has gone, right? It's a parody of the isekai genre itself, and I have been having a blast with it. Coming in though, I was like, look, there's often a lot of isekai that I see that have every isekai has got to have its own twist, right? Every isekai has got to have its own little twist. I think that a lot of those isekai can be measured off of how far does the twist go, right? You have a twist, but if it's only for like 2 episodes, what does it matter? Then it's like everything else. I was worried coming into this that our little vending machine guy would, 1, either be able to talk freely, or 2, get a human body. And he still might. I'm not counting that off. But I have thoroughly enjoyed my time with it. Dude's a vending machine, right? It is so funny to see these people get so attached to a vending machine. These chicks are falling in love with a vending machine. That's hilarious. That's really funny. It is so stupid. It is a mix of being so stupid and so self-aware, yet still having like a lot of the isekai tropes that like I myself really enjoy. That this has just been a super fun series to watch. Every episode I'm like, ooh, I get another episode of Vending Machine Isekai. And right now we're on a big cliffhanger because it's like he fell through the floor. I was like, dude, tell me why I'm invested in this stupid Isekai. Like, I cannot wait to learn what happens next because I've so thoroughly enjoyed everything, and all the funny stuff of like, right, the characters aren't deep whatsoever. The characters don't need to be deep. It's an isekai about someone becoming a vending machine, right? But just the various problems that come up and how he solves them is just, it's funny, right? And it's also interesting to see all the different vending machines there are in Japan and in the world and stuff. It's very, it's fun. This is just a fun series. Not to mention the intro slaps, right? In terms of who wins the intro wars, right? Well, I'll talk about that kind of at the end. This intro slaps. I never sought it out specifically, but one day I was just driving around, just whatever Spotify was playing randomly, and the intro came on, and I was like, I recognize this. I was like, no way, it's the stupid vending machine isekai intro, and I listened to it. I was like, you know what? That's a pretty good song. So everything about this show has just been kind of surprising. I know I got some friends up at my college that I kind of been talking to. I know that they're watching through it, and they've had a blast with it too. This has just been a really fun series that I've thoroughly enjoyed my time with. Right, take a shot every time I say that, but it's been a blast. I can't wait for next episode. It's been a lot of fun. It doesn't take itself seriously. It knows what it is, and that's where a lot of the fun is able to come in from. This next one is kind of the complete opposite. I'm watching this because I love it. Reign of the Seven Spellblades. I don't know how big this is in the wider community. I don't know how many people are watching it, but more people need to watch this show. Reign of the Seven Spellblades is in my personal top 10. I've read all the light novels currently translated, published physically. Volume 9 might be translated, but it's not published physically. I like to get the physical books. I love Reign of the Seven Spellblades. And episode 6 hit so hard. I've been waiting forever to get Oliver and for to get to the scene where he kills Darius and to see his Spellblade. And obviously beforehand we got to see Nano's Spellblade too. I've been waiting for that forever. Reign of the Seven Spellblades is such a good series. I've thoroughly enjoyed seeing it all animated. It's been the way that everything has been put together has been just really good in my opinion. Just the adaptation. I enjoy all the voice acting, everything. The pacing has been really good in my opinion. I didn't expect, admittedly it's been longer than I expected. I expected to get to where episode 6 leaves off, end of episode 5, maybe even episode 4, because I'm really thinking we're going to get through light novel volume 3, but I don't know now. It's been so, I am so happy to finally be here, right? Everything with it, from the characters and everything, I've really thoroughly enjoyed the adaptation of it. The opening slaps. It's another one in contender for the best opening of the season. It's so unique. It's not your typical anime opening. I think it fits the world so good, right? I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the ending, right? It's my second most listened to opening of the season, number 1 being Mushoku Tensei. I didn't mention it during Mushoku Tensei, but Spiral is definitely in the consideration for favorite opening of the season. But just everything about it has been really good. Just the world building, the characters, the adaptation. I enjoyed, being with the main plot hook of the series happening at the end of volume 1. Obviously, you had to kind of sprinkle some stuff throughout it to, lead people like, okay, there's something more going on here, right? And then the big reveal of episode 6. Hopefully that helps the series gain more traction. I would love this series to have a full adaptation. I wish Alderman of the Sky had a full adaptation. They're both written by the same author, Bokuto Ono. And I haven't read Alderman of the Sky. I want it to be translated officially, but I loved season 1 so much that I remembered as one of my favorite animes that I've seen. And whenever I saw Bokuto Ono was writing another series, I picked that right up. I've been thoroughly enjoying every volume as it comes out. And just seeing the anime adaptation has been a ton of fun. Been watching through it with my friend Kyle. It's been great. Please watch Reign of the Seven Spellblades if you haven't watched Reign of the Seven Spellblades. You won't regret it. It's very fun. It's just everything about it's good, right? I can't talk about spoilers. As of the time this video will go up, I don't have any light novel reviews for it up on my channel, but I will. Volumes 4 through 8 I already have recorded. I just need to edit and publish whenever the time is right. But yeah, Reign of the Seven Spellblades has just been absolutely phenomenal. I've loved it. Honestly, probably my second favorite anime of the season behind Mushoku Tensei. It's been that good. Finally, the big kahuna of this season, right? Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. I'm a big fan of Jujutsu Kaisen, completely caught up with the manga. It's been a ton of fun to read it weekly, right, and all that stuff. And so I was really looking forward to the adaptation of Star Child, and this actually works really well because Star Child is being adapted, and then this week, as of the time of recording, gets to start Shibuya, which I cannot wait to get into, right? But I was really happy with Star Child. Reading Star Child for the first time after I watched the anime back whenever, I enjoyed Star Child thoroughly. But at the same time, then Shibuya, and I feel like it kind of got overshadowed. But since then, I've gotten a whole new appreciation for Star Child, so I was so happy to watch it be animated, and it did not disappoint. Mappa was on their A game, all the voice actors on their A game, animation perfect, everything perfect, that kind of thing. Just been great and just a ton of fun. I've absolutely loved it. It was a great adaptation, everything with it. The arc itself, getting to see more about Geto, learning more about Gojo and his past, seeing some of the past like you get Nanami, meeting Toji and kind of, getting a little bit more context for Megami and all that. Seeing Gojo become as strong as he is, right? Learning these techniques after being defeated and then defeating Toji. The iconic moment of above heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one, right? This was just a great adaptation for a Star Child I genuinely enjoyed. It sets up a lot of great stuff, obviously sets up the rest of the series. And then next we get Shibuya, which is, in my opinion, one of the best shonen arcs ever written. It has one of my favorite fights in all of fiction in it. I cannot wait for Shibuya. It is going to be awesome. And Star Child was really freaking good too. Okay, so finally, wanted to give my thoughts on One Piece because I've been watching that. Obviously, Gear 5, right? I'm completely caught up to the One Piece manga. Gear 5, how can I not watch Gear 5, right? I read up the manga. That's how I caught up. I didn't watch the anime up. But I've been watching the anime the past couple of weeks, and I've been enjoying it, right? If you want more of my specific thoughts on Gear 5, I talked about it with Kyle in a couple of videos. We talked about Gear 5 in episode 1071, Gear 5 versus Super Saiyan, and episode 1072. Those are all videos on the channel. If you want to, you can check them out. But I have a lot of thoughts on them, and they're all in the videos. But I love Gear 5. I love One Piece, and the 1072 was a blast. 1071 kind of more mixed feelings on. 1071 is pretty complicated, but I've been thoroughly enjoying One Piece, getting into Gear 5. It's a great time to be a One Piece fan. I remember when this stuff was coming out in the manga, and every week it was just hit after hit after hit after hit. It was great. And so just to kind of get to relive that with the anime has been a lot of fun. All the discourse online has maybe been a little less fun, but just getting to see Funky the Luffy go out and do good has been an absolute blast. So before I officially sign off here, right, I wanted to say best opening. So the real contenders, right, you got the Vending Machine Isekai opening, which was phenomenal. It's a really fun little jazz tune. Reign of the Seven Spellblades. It's very unique. It's very mystical. It fits the world perfectly. Star Child's opening was a ton of fun as well. The animation too, just all of it. Not counting the animation in this consideration of my favorite opening, but just the music itself has been really fun. You got Dystopia, Song of the Dead, whatever the official title is called from Zong 100. That's just it's a bop. I think it's Kana Boom, and Kana Boom does good stuff, right? Yeah, it's gonna be good if it's Kana Boom. You got The Beast from Pickle by Wallahi Band or something, or Wakagi Band, which popped up again, kind of like Vending Machine Isekai. I didn't search it out, just popped up in my stuff. But it's been just I love metal. I love metal music, and so it's a very good opening. But top spot has to go to Spiral by Longman, Mushoku Tensei. Am I biased? Obviously, I'm biased. But that's how this stuff works. It's my opinion, and gosh darn it, I'm gonna share it. So, with all that said, that's my thoughts on everything I've been watching. That's my mid-season anime review. I've been enjoying it, and maybe I'll add some more. I'm thinking about getting into Dark Gathering. I actually read the manga for it, and I kind of want to watch the anime. I just haven't sat down and watched it. So, unlike last season where I didn't do like a final end of season review, I will be doing an end of season review for this season, probably, because I'll be in school whenever the season ends. So I guess we'll just have to see how busy my schedule gets. But I will do an end of season review. So be on the lookout for that if you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on everything here, so you can hear everything I have to say about all the anime as they finish up. So if you're this far in the video, obviously there's something you like. So make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment telling me what your favorite anime this season has been and why. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.